So I've been thinking, which is usually not a good thing, and I don't want to make like a commentary channel because I feel like it requires more being mean than I'm actually capable of. Now I can be really mean sometimes, but not really to people, just more to myself. So self-deprecation on point. But anyway, but I do have a lot of things to say about things, some things, things that my opinion really isn't necessary, but I don't know, someone might care, I don't know. Anyway, I just thought it would be a nice little safe space to talk about things that we want to talk about. So, the first thing I want to talk about is materialism. All materialism is materialistic, but that's not what I meant. What I meant is I want to talk about materialism in an aspect of happiness, being content with your life, because a lot of times we have things in our lives that are so freaking painful that we may be inclined to try to replace certain feeling that we're not getting in our lives, happiness or emptiness, with material possessions. And while that may work to induce a sort of euphoria, it doesn't last, though. And I don't know, some people may argue that, but here's the problem. If all that stuff is gone, all those things that you invested your happiness in, what do you have left? You know what I mean? Like, if you lose everything tomorrow, and everything you based your happiness upon those things and the ability to have those things, what would happen when you don't have those things anymore? Or when they stop being enough? So you get that expensive car you always wanted, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you want. But then that stops being enough. So you want a more expensive car. You want to wrap it. You want to do this. You want to do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, if that's what you want, go for it. But just try not to invest all your happiness and emotions that you feel based off of what you own. Because there will come a point where it's going to stop being enough. You know, it's great to have a dream, but most often if your dreams center around material possessions, you're going to feel an emptiness for a long time. Once you wake up and you have, you either have everything you want, and this is how I'm learning to be content. This is what really hit me hard, is I want so many things for my life. I want to be a director. I want to make a movie. I want to publish a book. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to be a singer. I want to write songs. But then one day, in my sad little crash time, I thought to myself, what if I never get anything that I want in my life? Any of my dreams? Will I be happy? And, the answer was obviously no. Like, I want to accomplish those things in my life. But then, the other way around, the question to myself was, what if I do get everything I want and I'm still not happy? That's a terrifying thought. If you get everything you want and you're still miserable, what then? You know? And that's where I had to learn to be content. That's when it really hit me. We have to be content. We have to find that that peace that doesn't come from materialism, or doesn't come from, you know, even a sense of achieving a big goal or something like that. I'm sort of talking mindlessly right now, but just, that's where you have to find, and it doesn't mean settling. You don't have to settle for the rest of your life. You don't have to be like, oh, my dreams are never going to happen. Might as well be happy where I am. It's not like that. And I understand you can't just flip a switch and be happy. I can't do that. But, and I'm not the person who's going to tell you that happiness is a state of mind and you can just choose to be happy and all that. There's so much more that goes into happiness, like chemical makeup and all this sort of thing. But what I would like to invite everybody to do is find contentment. And that doesn't come from giving up on your dreams. That comes from realizing you can only do what you can do. You shouldn't stress about things that you can't control, because it's not going to bring you further to those dreams. It's not going to help you achieve them. So, you know, the best we can do is our best, and that has to be enough. And if we don't achieve what we want to achieve, we have to find a happiness inside of us. We have to find joy inside of us. And I'm still working on that. There's not a, you know, perfect way to find that. I think it's a personal journey. But there's a journey to becoming content. To realizing, hey, I may not be where I want to be right now. I may not have achieved what I want to achieve yet, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. And you have to get to the base of, why do I want this? Why do I want that expensive car? Why do I want a humongous house? And I'm not saying there isn't a good reason for why you want those things, or, you know, even that you shouldn't want those things. Just get to the base of why, so you can figure out what about that would make you happy. And if you can find that, or maybe it's, you know, oh, I would feel so achieved to get that car because, you know, growing up, I couldn't have my own car. Or growing up, I had to work really, really hard and this, and this, you know. But just find your reason for the things that you want, and if you hold on to that, then it tells you more about yourself than about the material. And then you'll find you don't even need those things necessarily to be happy. You know, I want this so I could feel more confident in myself. Well, that confidence can be found within you. Those things may help, but at the end of the day, it's an inward journey. It's not a physical journey. So, you know, if your dream is to, you know, make the next bestseller, go for it. But remember why you want that. Is it because you believe in your art and you want people to be moved by it, or you want people to have an escape, or it was an escape for you and it means everything to you? What is your motivation? And if you don't know, it's never too late to find that. Oh, that's okay, cats. Oh, there we go. It's never too late to find a dream. It's never too late to remotivate yourself until it is. And That's where we have to find contentment. I may not be where I am, but I'm who I am right now, and that has to somehow be enough. And if it's not, we keep working. We keep striving for greater, do greater. So that's pretty much it. I've got this almost done. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on it. So, talk soon.